Thank you, Wayne. And we have one more, Helen Borton. Helen, I'm assuming you're here as an individual.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that's correct.
So this is citizen Borton.
I'm not at great variance with the board. I'm at some variance, but it's come. I've had some calls from residents, and I thought I'd like to come and sketch out some background and some of the legal issues here. I've been involved.
Sorry, just before you start, Helen, you're just a wee bit concerned about the process, aren't you?
I am about process,
Yes.
because I would have thought those concerns would have been raised at the community board and that would have been taken into account. And I'm just concerned that this kind of gets re-litigated and takes up extra time.
No.
I checked this at the start, and there is currently no discretion to say, as I understand it, to say, no, you can't, because you're already a member of a community board, because I had the same concern. So sorry, Helen.
Okay, thank you.
Go for it. Yeah.
I've been involved with this issue since 2004, when I was on a councillor for Riccarton Wigram. So this has been going on for 10 years. In 2004 was the point that residents came to the board and said we must do something about this noise. Basically, then council at a certain point commissioned the Marshall Day report, which was a lengthy report by a consultant on sort of acoustic noise. And they came out of the long report, and you may or may not have read that. This was the noisiest racetrack in Australasia. And it's not just the race meetings. There's a training school there. And so you have a race meeting which is noisy and permitted. And the next day you get a single car training going around the racetrack from sort of 9 o'clock. So it's really noisy in racetrack terms. There was a plan change to address that noise, plan change for 52, and that is still being worked through. A judgment was made from a commissioner and it was appealed, and the two parties, Quieter Please and the motorsports groups, are currently in fact mediation. It's been going on a while. I haven't been part of that, obviously. I don't know where they are with that, but it's still going on. And I don't quite understand how you can have mediation and then come in with the sale of, in fact, properties. I think there is an issue. I know it's separate in one way, but it would seem to me better that at the very least we wait till the outcome of mediation before we do anything with those properties. The mediation may be sorted before Christmas. It may not. If it's not, if the parties can't reach agreement, it goes on to the Environment Court. Our board at one stage was quite keen on a sports precinct, and the reason that it wasn't looked at more closely by staff is that our sporting people in council, our staff, said there wasn't a need. I cannot see personally how there isn't a need for a sporting code who's not going to be part of the main area at Ngā There are other sports. So it's really, I think you need to work through the legal issues on this. I spoke to Ivan Thompson yesterday, and he'll be here today to brief you, but you need to understand, should it be deferred till mediation is concluded, or can you wait for a district plan review? What happens in mediation if the parties reach an agreement? Does this become part of our new district plan? I'm advised it does, but I think you actually need to get advice on this from our staff, because it seems to me complex at this stage. My own view would be that you don't proceed at this point with the sale of the properties. You work out the legal issues, and my personal view is I would like it as a sports area to be left for sport. And I'm quite happy to support the residents' view as well. But I think we need more discussion about what can we do with this piece of land. Okay. That's it, thank you.
Tim.
Thank you. You got involved first in 2004. Now, you made the statement with regards to it's the noisiest racetrack in Australasia.
Australasia, yeah.
My understanding was that vehicles are told to keep, or meant to be about 95 dBA. Is that correct?
I've just picked up something that the acoustic engineer said. He was very clear about that at that point.
The acoustic
So it's a simple statement. Yes.
So the statement from the acoustic engineer is currently...
At that point, anyway, it was the noise...
What's that point?
It's 2007, if I'm right?
So...
The Marshall Day
That's
report.
historical. The comment could be historical. It may not be current.
May not be.
Okay. That's,
And I think the issue is that, as he said, it's noisiest. It's not so much in terms of the noise, the level of noise, but how much it's used. It's the training days and the speedway and the ordinary racing car days. So
it may not be the noisiest as in peak volume,
no,
but it may
more.
be the noisiest as in 7-day use.
And hours of operation. No. Yes. No, I haven't gone back.
I want
Now,
clarification.
can I just one?
Yes.
Just,
so it has been a disturbance, a strong disturbance.
One more quick one. Do you know when Ruapuna was first open and used?
No, it goes back prior to my being on the community board, which is 1995.
Okay.
It is seen as a motorsports facility, there's no question about that. And seemingly, and we never quite got to the bottom of this, the residents had lived in reasonable harmony with the racetrack till 2004. So something happened in 2004.
Yep.
My guess is it was the training school opened then. And that
But you
meant
don't
that
know the year
it was
first opened
every day.
As a track, right? Thank you.
That's my surmise. But
so you started off your presentation by saying that in some ways you agree with the Community Board's recommendation, in
yes.
other ways that you differ. From what I've heard, it sounds to me that you actually agree with the Community Board's recommendation, and what you've done is to draw our attention to some of the points made in the previous submission, than the previous deputation, and also obviously given us more information around the history and your view
yes.
of a suitable future use for the site. But am I right in thinking that you actually do support the recommendations we've got it in the agenda today?
yes, I probably have a slight difference about time frame. I think you need to wait at least till mediation is in fact settled. And I don't know if you need to wait till the district plan review. So that's an issue I think for council to work through with staff. Yes.
I just want to remind councillors that we're currently in a court process through mediation. So actually asking and raising issues that are dealt with in that process isn't actually something we should be doing today. I think we do need to respect the fact that there is a process underway to resolve some of the issues, and it's really not appropriate today to be delving into those specifics, because we don't want to undermine anything that's happening there. So I just wanted to just make councillors aware that that is a live issue.
Thank you.